Good morning, traders, and YouTube and Discord. I'm Ricky Gaspard, and I will be your host this morning, as always. We'll be watching this volume spike column for any numbers that are spiking up in green. Once they spike up in green, we will be watching the current bar volume, which is right here. For a good volume flow, we need enough volume to get in and get out safely. So we like to see these numbers really flying. We will confirm the crossover of these two moving averages, the 5 and the 13 EMA. The price should be above the 5 if we play this stock correctly. We'll watch it run up and play the pullbacks. I'll mark support and resistance levels. We always plan our entry on the support level for the bounce up and the breakthrough of resistance. Doesn't always happen, but it happens more than it doesn't, and that's why we love playing it. This morning I've been watching Mara. Mara seems to be down at a bottom currently. Maybe it'll pull up later. This morning I saw Sound make this run back here up to the 691 level. And it pulled back to here. Yesterday we were watching Vani, V-A-N-I. Let me zoom out to the 5-minute chart so we can see where that one is this morning. So we're kind of down from yesterday. We'll see where it goes, if it goes anywhere. And this morning I saw ENVB spiking up, and it seems to be holding its high. That's probably the one we'll be watching into market open. That happens in about 3 minutes. Glad you could make it with me this morning. Let's try to make some money when we get this market to open. It is kind of quiet. I've been watching the SPY. It's kind of not doing anything this morning. Kind of hovering to the right, holding the level. That'll probably have a big influence on the market if it doesn't go either direction. About a minute and a half to go before market open. Make sure your chart is on EXT or you won't get a trade in. If you haven't set up for pre-market and you're new here, you have to join our Discord, go over to how-to videos, and watch the pre-market videos set up. About 30 seconds to go. Be careful in your selection. Plan your entries and exits accordingly. And here we go. I'm seeing red right off the start. Watching ENVB. See if we get any spikes out of it. Looks like they may push it up here. Few buyers coming in. I'm watching these dominator bars right here. This is what you need to keep your eye on. This is buyers coming in. We don't want to see any red in it. We start seeing red in this bar, that means be very cautious, be ready to pull out. Looks like I already have the 2 levels set here. Tall wick on the top is not good news. Looks like we might push through here. The volume is picking up. Nice green bars on the dominator. Not seeing any red yet, right in here. Pushing up a little higher. No chance for a pullback on this one. We should have been able to catch the previous run up. It's already had 2 pullbacks. I don't know how high this one's going to go. Don't even know if a third pullback will be relevant. If you bought the green candles, good luck to you. Possible pullback here. No, they're going to keep pushing it. Nice run up since market opened. About 30 cents, 28 cents, somewhere around there. Still a lot of green bars in the dominator, looking pretty strong at this point. There's the red one. Appears to be a few profit takers. The buyers are buying it right up. Yeah, looks like the run is over for this one. They may come back in and buy it again. Keep your eye on the dominator bars for green bars to come back in. It was a nice little runner. Good way to start the day. Still looking like the buyers are not done yet. Looks like the market has calmed down for this one. The volume has kind of dropped off, a little sluggish at the moment. I'll go ahead and set a resistance level here. Good job, Domingo. Looks like we might pull back to $1.58, $1.60 right there. There's the pull back down. Maybe we'll get a bounce here in this area. Would be the third pullback on this stock, so I don't know how well I would trust it. It could be a play. Long wick on the bottom of this candle. Good job, picker. Well, we had somewhat of a good start. You would have had to chase green candles on this one to take a play. I did not do that. I did not take a play. Retesting the $1.58. Let's see if we can hold above it. Be watching the dominator bars right down here for the buyers to come in, and then taller green bars coming back in if they're going to drive it up. I'm watching COCH. I missed this one yesterday in the after hours trading. I missed a $2 gain on it. I didn't find it till too late. But it did have a nice run in after hours. Let's see if we can get a pullback. Not looking like it has a lot of volume this morning. Probably no play here yet. Might wake up a little bit later. I'm going to move it over to the watch list, my personal watch list, just to keep an eye on it. Back to your question, this was before our market opened. Here's a pullback area right here. Then it ran up again, pulled back again for the run up for our market open. Now we're on the third pullback. So I'm not guessing, I'm actually watching how many times it spiked up and pulled backwards. I don't mind playing the first or second pullback, but the third one, they get kind of risky. Good job, Roth and Dwayne. Watching the percentages to see if we can get any activity this morning. It's quieting down quite a bit. We get some support and resistance levels marked in on this stock. Let's see if we can get maybe a play on it later. Not very much volume on it. ENVB. Did bounce off of that $1.58 level. Not very many buyers, though. If you look down at the dominator bar, they are getting shorter and shorter from the highest peak. A lot of red percentages coming in. Dominator bars getting taller. Buyers might be coming back in to drive it up even higher. So we did get somewhat of a pullback on the third try. It did make it back up to the $1.75 level. I'll take a look at NXU, but I don't normally play them. Looks pretty weak to me. Definitely low volume. LASE making a move up, then drastically down. It's about $1.26 currently. Mike can pick up 10 cents on it. Volume is really low. I would not get into this stock. Could get some bad entries and bad exits with that low of volume. SIDU making a move downwards. Take a look at the 5-minute chart. It had a good spike up early in the morning and lost all of it. Maybe just a bounce here. Man, can't catch that when it's all over the watch list. LASE moving up. We get back on the 1 minute chart so nobody gets confused. Too cheap for me. I'm going to stay out of it. Tall wick on the top of this candle. But it could end up being a $2 or $3 stock. We don't really know. Nice run up. Nice dominator bar coming in. Good, nice tall green dominator bar. It's struggling at this level. Let's see if we can push through it. A lot of sellers up there in the $1.70 range. Good job, Neo. Pushing on up. Nice gains right there. Tall wick on the top. They immediately sold off. You'd have had to been very fast to capture that one. Very tall wick on the top. Probably pulling back down around the $1.55 area. Big red bar in the dominator. Good job, Gregory. Well, a couple of poppers this morning. So this would be resistance, this would be support. This is where we plan our entries, is around this area. We didn't get a good pullback here, so this would have been a guessing game. I don't even see a big long wick on the bottom, but yet they drove it up. So hard decision to get in here. Seems to be selling off now. Whenever I'm second guessing myself on plays like this, I just stay out of them. I don't risk it. Back to the quiet zone. No volume spikes currently happening. This could have been just a pump and dump stock. I mean, the way it's reacting is it was up and then it made it up to here. Now it's just selling off and going dormant. Maybe there was no news behind it, just a bunch of people seeing it moving, buying it and selling off. Nothing to support the price up here. It just dropped and lost every bit of it. These are my magic scan settings if you need to know them. This is by clicking the pencil in the code. Got a range of 1, 10, and 2,000. That's all I change. 1, 10, and 2,000. LASE slightly up from the pullback on the bottom, slowly creeping up. Looks like we may break through that 171. Taller dominator bars coming in. I really don't like the reaction of this stock to sell off so far back and then make another run at it. Very tall wick on the top of that candle. Going to move on from it. SIDU, let me back out of this a little bit so we can see what it looks like. We have a level up here, resistance right here. We could be getting a pullback right here. Volume is very low, will not be playing on this stock. Thank you, Dragonfly. All right, we need a strong percentage gain in here. We need some activity. Everything seems to be just floating at the current time. LASE could pull up a little bit. I'm seeing ADIL moving, making some small moves up. That came off the magic scan. Not seeing anything currently moving. Well, every day's not a garden of roses. Sometimes we get stuck by a thorn. We've had some very good runs over the last several weeks, actually months. I can take one bad day. That doesn't hurt me none. AGFY, big green candle. Volume is kind of dormant. Last bar volume 100, so they're just now coming in. It's under $1. I will not be playing it. paying out a few pennies. AGFY taking off. Trying to, anyway. Big red dominator bar doesn't tell me good news. I played parts of it. I didn't really hang in there long. I don't like things that are manipulated like that, but yes, I did participate in it. I did the AMC thing as well. AGFY, penny stock moving up nicely this morning. SIDU broke through 630. Still fairly low volume, not a lot of attraction with that low of a volume. Nice bounce up for about 23 cents. If the volume wasn't dying on it, I might take a position, but the volume just, it's like little spurts and then it stops. Just like now, it's just barely moving. I like a lot of activity going on. Everybody's on it. The way I base this, if I'm thinking about taking a 2,000 share position and there's only 8,000 shares traded, I would be one of 4 people. That's how I look at it. And one of 4 people would be difficult for me to get in and out. Looks like AGFY pushing up some more. This penny stock is climbing well. ENVB. We are definitely facing a sluggish market this morning. Not a lot of buyers coming in on these stocks. This one has fairly good volume for the push up. I wasn't watching it, but the play was actually back here. I would not chase it at this point. Good job, Jimmy. So when we're doing these pre-market trades, don't rely on me to find the stock for you. If you see something moving, go play it. I'm here for demonstration purposes, and I don't catch all of them. Like Jimmy caught this one, I'm sure. He may even caught it down lower. So he kept his eye on what he was interested in and was able to get a good profit out of it. I'll be switching around trying to find something I like. You should be doing the same thing if you've caught on already. Don't wait on me to make your money. Go find your money. If you have the same setup as I do, they should be popping up on your screen as well. Good job, Jimmy. Thank you, my Eagle Flies, for your donation. Greatly appreciate you, brother, and God bless. Let's see what we have here on AGFYI. This is that penny stock. We probably are in a pullback here. You have to watch the dominator bars. If you play penny stocks, I will not be playing this stock. And this is where you should keep an eye on it if you're interested, because I probably will click off of it. Especially if something better starts moving. Seeing green percentages now, but nothing moving. I mentioned playing AMC, it was years ago when they were pumping the price up, just like other stocks back then. It's been over a year or so, maybe 2 years. Yeah, ape is the reason I got out when they broke out another symbol and messed around all of the investors that were on AMC. I called it market manipulation, and I never played it since. I think they did their investors dirty. So if you're new here, I'm Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder. I am not a financial advisor. Do not take my advice seriously. I do this for educational purposes only. I teach indicators. I don't teach trading. I teach you how to read the indicators. Once you catch on to that and these pullbacks that we describe each morning, you'll learn how to trade. I've been doing this for many years. Many people play the pullback. It's not just me. It's been a good play for many years, and a lot of people do it, so you can almost count on them doing the same thing we're doing. That's what makes them work so well. If you haven't joined my YouTube channel, there's the link down there in the description. Watch my YouTube videos. We're about 8 months old, probably going on 9 about now. And you can see where we started at the beginning all the way up to current. These indicators just got better and better along the way. To get these indicators, join my Discord. They're located over in current setup. If you're unfamiliar with Discord, head over to start here. It'll help you navigate Discord. If you don't know how to install scripts, labels, and indicators, watch our how-to videos, especially video number 8. Visit our trading floor where we have Gregster, River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks each day, and they post the good ones when they find them. We have an options trader channel with Bobby. He's good at options. He also holds live streams like I do to take you a little bit deeper into options if you're interested. Never trade off my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. Delays can cost you money. Make sure you're set up on your own computer if you decide to trade. If you are a beginning trader, always paper trade for a long time. When you become profitable, only trade a few shares when you move to cash, just to make sure that you've nailed it. And when I say small share size, I'm talking 5 or 10 shares. If you can pull profit out consistently with that amount of shares, just up the share size gradually till you get to where you want to be. And I thank you for joining us this morning. And one more thing, I do this on donations. If you feel that I've taught you something today or over the last month or 8 months, and you feel like you want to pay it forward, there's a $sign down there with a square around it. You click it, then click Super Chat and donate the amount that you think is fair. It's not required. It's only voluntary. So if you feel like paying it forward, that's the option down there. Also in Discord, I have the donations channel. There's several ways to donate there as well. All donations go right back into the company for growth. As you can see, this live stream's got 465 people, and I have to have high bandwidth. I'm going to have to upgrade Discord soon, again. But we'll just keep up with the flow. It's a great blessing for me to have this many people trading right beside me. I enjoy it, and I enjoy teaching people. Pay it forward is what I say. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't take it to the grave. Share what you know so others can benefit. Thank you, Jimmy Pate, for your donation. God bless you, brother. Watching the percentages, AGFY never did pull up off of that level. Time to go fill the coffee cup if you need to. We're kind of at a dead standstill. Welcome aboard, Ray. Glad you joined us. You hang around us, you might make a few dollars. If you haven't hit the like button for me on this stream, please do so. There's 471 of you, but only 200 likes. If you want to pay it forward for free, that's how you do it. You click the like button, help keep the ratings up there on YouTube. That helps me to get a couple more pennies out of their pocket. I appreciate it. SIDU making another move up. That's what I mentioned earlier. They don't do anything, and then all of a sudden we get a spike up. Kind of hard to make an entry on them kind of plays. You can see back here, volume was pretty much non-existent, and then all of a sudden, boom. Never know when they're going to come in when the play is like that. Nelson, I don't quite understand your question. I've read it 3 times and it's not making sense to me. So went for a lot of volume and now we're dropping back off and probably go dormant again. Nelson, if you have all the colors the same, whatever you do on one chart is going to show on the others. If you change the other chart to a different color, but then it won't be linked to your active trader. Keep that in mind. But the only way to do that is not link them all the same color. So maybe you open up two active trader windows and make one whatever color and the other one the other color. And that way when you click on either chart, at least you'll have it on one of the active trader charts. Good morning, YouTube, and amen. Ahmed, you can right click on a stock and down here it says mark row. So if I mark that row and I click off somewhere, it's going to stay kind of highlighted if you want to mark one to keep an eye on it. And then to unmark it, you just right click on it and unmark it. So if you have one you want to watch, you can right click, mark it, go to other stocks, and if you see this line moving up and down the chart, you can keep watch on the activity of it. Thank you, Micah, for your donation. Greatly appreciate you, and God bless. Good job, YouTube. Thank you, Calvin, for your donation. Greatly appreciate it, and God bless. You are welcome. So over in my personal watch list, I have SIDU marked. So if it decides to climb up the ladder, I will see it coming up. I think it was 110 and 2000, not 200. Let me look back at it. Yeah, it's 110 and 2000. And my price range is minimum $1, maximum $50. The volume is 20,000. And that would be minimum volume. You're welcome, NI. That's another thing. Even myself, I did not like trading off of indicators because they were always just a roadmap of the past. But since I broke out my tools 15 years ago and started coding, I've changed my mind about it because I could not live without this volume spike or this dominator. and also to break the volume down and get rid of those blue bars and actually watch the volume in each candle. All of this was a big plus to my trading. Clash, that's a multiple step thing to do. Probably be best to look for a YouTube video on how to make a personal watch list in ThinkorSwim. See you later, Domingo. Have a blessed day. Glad you could join us this morning. Removing the blue bars is very easy. You hit this gear icon, go to your equities tab, and uncheck this show volume subgraph, and they'll disappear. Gear icon, equities, uncheck, show volume subgraph. You are welcome. If you want to know how I got my black screen, it's very easy. You go to the gear icon. No, that's not the right one. You go to settings in your chart, let me see if I can find it before I start blabbing my mouth. Yeah, that should be it. Let me see here. No, that is not it. Well, why is my mind absent this morning? Maybe I just can't get it from here is what it is. So you would click the setup button, then application settings. This window pops up, go to look and feel. Nope. System positions, where are we at here? Well, I will announce this when I figure it out. I seem to be lost this morning, I guess because my mind is on trading and not setups. All right, I did find it. So you click this gear icon and you go to appearance. And I changed my background color here. You can't see the square because I made it black, and I unchecked this grid. I can get that little white thing out of the way. I unchecked grid right here so that it did not show the grid bars on the screen. Thank for your help. I think you can probably do that yourself. Let me show you real quick. I'll see if I can pull it off here. Go to studies and edit studies, and then this custom volume label, click this tablet right here. Go down and look for, let's see. Looks like I got on the wrong one. No, that looks like the right one. Well, I guess you won't be able to do it that way. I'll see if I can't get a script together on it. NRBO moving up. It's in my price range. Let's see if we can get a pullback on it. It's really flying, lots of volume. Let's hope it's not a pump and dump. Let's see if we can get a pullback play on it so we don't get trapped here. Watching the dominator bars. Taller dominator bar coming in. Well, yep, it's trying anyway. Kind of teeter-tottering back and forth. Watch the spread on this stock. It's jumping up there pretty high. Good job, Ahmed. Watching the dominator bar. It's a new bar. It's red. Could be a chance for a pullback. If we get a long candle on a long wick on the bottom of this candle, that means the buyers are coming in. That would be this area here. Come on, pullback. This is a possible entry. I'm not going to gamble it. And I probably should have. Taking profit. It's not really selling off. Longer wick on the bottom. Pushing back up. Tall wicks on the top. Not looking too healthy here. Taller dominator bar trying to come in, but the profit takers are still taking profit. Holding this price level, that's good. Probably going to run up to about $10. Showing a little bit of weakness in that area. Another tall wick on the top. And pulling back. Just a couple more profit takers, I believe. Make sure you keep your eye on the spread. Holding this price level pretty good. Dominator bars are getting shorter. Good job, Dusty. We may pull up from here. It's holding this price level pretty good. Thank you, John. We're finding a few winners in this kind of laid back market this morning as it's waiting on news. Just a couple of them. Not some real good entry positions. Some of them were chasing green candles. I have not taken a trade yet. Pulling back. So this one would have been pretty much you had to catch it soon enough to chase the green candles, and I did not catch it soon enough. Not to a point to where I would have been comfortable chasing a green candle. See you later, Alfredo. You have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us. Let's see if that's a support level or if we break down below it. Hennessy, I think I forgot to mention you this morning. My apology. Hennessy also holds live streams like I do. He takes you anywhere from basic to advanced. He holds a live stream almost daily. It's a good thing if you want to join it to learn a little bit more. He usually announces it before he holds a live stream if you're interested. We really appreciate Hennessy. He knows what he's doing as well. Well, you mean a lot to me, Hennessy. And in reality, you all mean a lot to me. You help me bring joy to trading. I love seeing you guys make money. You are welcome. Bets was a play yesterday. Is it moving this morning? Definitely crawling up a little. Volume is quite low. I would not call this a play, but it's worth watching. Still had it in my personal watch list from yesterday. And I get up at 4 a.m. as well. I'm just as excited as everybody else for the next trading day. I'm always happy to make money. I think our highest viewers so far, we hit 600 one morning. That was a blessing right there. Good job, Jimmy. Lester, I'd trade anything that moves really anywhere between $5 and $50. I've even traded some $100 stocks. I'm not really looking for a price range when I trade. I'm looking for pullbacks and the possibility of payout. If I think I can grab $1 or $2, I'm going to buy more shares. If I'm only anticipating 10 or 15 cents, I may not trade it. Thank you, YouTube. So I think I figured out my auto trade that happened a couple of weeks ago, where I said it just all of a sudden bought some shares. I did make a profit, but I think what I had done was my chart was on day during pre-market hours, and I clicked buy and it did not execute, but it set the order for when the market opens, if that makes any sense. So if you're on day in pre-market and you click buy and the trade does not execute, it's a pending order for market open. So if you ever click buy and it's on day, you need to go cancel that order if you don't plan on executing it at open. Leonard, I always buy the ask and sell the bid. I never changed that. I'm kind of glad I figured it out. I thought they were auto trading for me, and that would never be a good thing. But it was my own stupidity or my lack of knowledge. Or my lack of not remembering, because I'm sure I probably faced that before, just not very often to remember it. Kind of calm at the moment. 721. We're usually making money around this time. ENVB bouncing around. That's funny, Don. Actually, it shows how lucky I was, I believe. You'll get it back, Stephen. Just hang in there, brother. We all make mistakes. And God bless you. ENVB bouncing up. Wonder if they're going to drive this up before market open. It's looking good as far as trending upwards. We have higher lows. We don't have higher highs though, so that tells me it may just be playing in a zone. Or higher highs, I should have said. We have higher lows, but no higher highs. Pushing up a little further. Maybe my guess was right. They are going to pump it up before market open. Continuing to climb. Dominator bars are green. The 5 and the 13 have crossed over right here. Price is above the 5. Thank you, Geraldo. Looks like the percentages are going away. We are in the slow part of the market. Probably news in 4 minutes. SPY is pulling back. I guess it's anticipating bad news. ENVB pulling back here. Watching the SPY also. It is, Peter. It's a 5 and 13 EMA. LASE. Market's pretty quiet. Even the Magic Scan has nothing on it. No volume spikes whatsoever. That's OCEA. We had a play on it a while back, I think yesterday, I believe. BTCY. Let's see if we get a volume increase coming in. The SPY has a gigantic green candle. Maybe we'll have a turnaround here. Just jumped up in the last minute. The SPY climbing nicely. We should be getting some stocks to move here soon. Calvin, I don't know that answer. I don't use hotkeys. We haven't had a real strong pullback play yet this morning. Couple of green candles to be chased. The SPY holding that big green candle. SoFi running up. This is one stock I have never played. I think for the longest time it was only paying out like a dime a day or something. I think that's what turned me off to it. Watching these two columns, actually three, including this one, for any volume spikes from something that may be moving. Possible pullback on SoFi. The volume is kind of low on this candle. and pausing. SOUN making a move. Something needs to give us a pullback play. Possible pullback here on SOUN. Remember, the entry is in this area, providing we get some big green bars in Dominator. That would be less than 10 cents between the two lines. Testing 665, 668. Maybe a bounce. I would not count on it. Watching the Dominator bars. From green to red, pulling down. SPRC gaining some momentum here. Profit takers, long tail on the bottom of this candle. Let's see if they sell it off or do they buy it up. Looks like the buyers are stepping in to buy everything they got. Gap down on this candle. Possible bounce up here. Looking good on the Dominator so far. Be careful of a pump and dump here. Volume is still quite low. That's not good news. Mara is at low volume. I like much higher volume if I'm going to throw money at it. The SPY is on its second green candle up, and I'm looking at 5-minute candles. My eagle flies. Green is a volume spike to the upside. Red is a volume spike to the downside. You are welcome. Mara inching up slowly. Not a lot of buyers coming in on Mara. Volume spikes are currently red. Peter, that is correct. Especially in pre-market when we are actually creating the volume. You are welcome. There's not a whole lot of volume in the stock market this morning, especially pre-market. Only a few that we had to chase to get any of it. SPRC maybe trying to make a move. Needs to break 450. It did break 450. Long wicks on the top are never good news. Looks like we might push on up to 490 again. We can get some taller dominator bars in there. Need the buyers to come in. The volume is low. It's not really moving enough to execute a trade safely and to get out safely. It is trying to push up, but it immediately pulls back. That's the low volume happening there. And that hurts. Good thing I didn't pull the trigger on this low volume stock. Double bottom candles. Possible bounce up under low volume. And we sell off a little more. I've been watching RVSN. Every time I go to click on it, it kind of runs away. I have to chase it down. Let's see if we can get a run up here. See if we can get a pullback out of it. I'll set that level. We get tall wicks on the bottom. They're buying it up and may drive it up a little higher. Going on up. Boy, is it volatile or what? It's all over the place. Risky move here. We may pop to the upside. Let's see how it goes. There we go. I saw the momentum building. It may not hold it though, so be aware. Looking really good, running on up. Volume is picking up nicely for the run. Nice bounce up right there, a little bit more. Want to take profit right here for a $700 gain. What did I do, Lester? I don't know what I did. I played this red candle right here when it was pulling back. Good job, Michael. Nice run up. I'll take it. That was my first trade of the day. There could be more to come, but when I use the word could be, that means doubtful. I love pre-market trading and scalping. It's a big blessing for me. Possible pullback. This will be the first one. Let's see if we get a bounce here. Already marked resistance. Let's see if I can get support marked. Maybe a second opportunity here. Need this candle to close. If it doesn't keep pulling back, there was a lot of profit takers in here. That was nice gains. Whenever we have gains like that, they're going to pull it back quite a bit. Longer tail on the bottom. Let's see if we can get the buyers back in it to push it back up. Come on, close candle. There it closed for the bounce up. Let's see if we get it. Need a green dominator bar to come in. Don't just buy this stock. There's slightly green bar. Pushing back up. Come on. Make sure you have a tight stop on this stock. If it starts going red on you, you want to get out quickly. Couple more sellers. Not going to happen. So the play was from here on this red candle, which it turned green when the buyers came in, and then it spiked up to here, and I got out somewhere in this area. Amen to that, Neo. Trading's not easy this morning. We're having to wait on the large volume stocks to spike and then try to get a play in. We're not getting very good pullbacks this morning. They're minor, kind of like this candle here. And then they're kind of iffy at that. So be very careful today trading. That actually could go on all day long. Carly, I don't use stops. I buy the ask, sell the bid. I have auto send check. The moment I see red, if it's not going my direction, I'm out. And sometimes they'll go up, and I made a bad decision, but that's okay. At least I didn't lose a lot of money. There'll always be another one to play. I immediately get out. I don't rely on a stop loss. I'm not willing to lose a certain amount of money to make a play. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm out. That's kind of tough trading for those that are on the PDT rule because you lose a trade, but don't let that losing a trade cost you a lot of money just because you only get 3 trades. Get out of it. Easier to make up a $30, $40 loss than a $200 or $500 loss. To buy the ask and sell the bid or limit orders. Flatten means get me out of these stocks as soon as you can. Flatten now means get me out immediately. I don't believe it does. I never use it actually. Daryl, I don't know your situation and I can't give you advice as to get in or get out of a stock. I'm not licensed to do that, so use your better judgment. I don't want to have the liability of misleading someone. Good job, Grace Fire. Let's see if RVSN is going to pull up from the bottom here. Maybe a bottom bounce play. Looks like all the profit takers done went away and all the sellers. Great small green bars coming back in. A little bit taller dominator bar. PSNY, no volume. No sense in calling them out if there's no volume in them. Country Stacker, I think what I experienced the most is I'll get a partial sell when that happens. Then I have to adjust my amount size to get out of the rest of them. But it can happen. It can just drop on me. That happens, but it's a rare thing. Mostly if I'm not watching volume and I'm in for high share size, then I may get partial sales. So I have to really keep an eye on that. All right, I'm going to take a 10-minute break here. I shall return shortly. All right, I am back. It's like the market went dead while I was gone. Nothing to see here, huh, Hennessy? I'm also seeing the SPY with some red candles. I wonder if it's going to drop as much as it went up in pre-market. Let's make sure we don't play into a fake out here. In about 7 minutes, we'll change over to the other scans and see if we can get a play on anything at market open. They are, Michael. Charts on 1 minute, scans are on 1 minute. Except for this magic scan, it has a special setting, so don't change it if you're using it. See you later, Jim. Have a blessed one. If I remember correctly, this magic scan is actually set on 30 minutes. Hennessy, we can get together and match settings. We're probably the same. It may just be the refresh thing. You might refresh before me or I before you. And we show different results. But we can compare. That magic scan stays open all the time. I'm seeing a lot of red in that magic scan. That's telling me the SPY is probably going to drop at open. Well, we'll have to fix that up, Hennessy. I think it's the refresh thing. We don't all there's a 5-minute difference between me and you, and that makes a big difference. You know, that lunar thing really surprises me. You spend that much money on sending something up there and creating it, and you knew there was a chance it could fall over. You would think they would have had something there to stand it upright if it did fall over for that amount of money. Did they not think it through, maybe? I mean, even to get on TV, like last night, I saw a video where it says it broke a leg. Are we not using American steel or what? Did they not anticipate that it could have broke a leg? Man, my transition's not till May. I got an email yesterday that it would be in May. I must be last in the list. Thank you, Melanie. My pleasure as always. Devoy, I think I have all of them over on Discord, so I don't have to save them. Plus, they're all on my machine if they get deleted or whatever. I have a backup server I run also. All right, we got about 5 minutes to go. I want to change over to the 50-minute scan. We're going to sort by Momo. So this column here is looking back 50 minutes for any stocks that's been moving. We'll be focusing on the top 2 or 3 or 4 to see what pops up here and moves. Once we get them up here, we'll click on them and look for pullbacks. Down here, I'm going to put the high flyers. This scan's looking for stocks where the moving averages are stacked. And when I mean that, I mean the 5 is above the 13, the 13 above the 21, the 21 is above the 34. The stock is trending up. In most cases, the price is above the 5. That's what this scan does. We'll leave Magic Scan running. Just kind of keeping track of the last 30 minutes. About 3 minutes to go. Don't be chasing green candles at the open. Keep your eye on the SPY in case it starts dropping. All right, I'm all set up here on all my charts. Seeing red come in on the volume spikes. Change your TIF to days so you don't miss a trade. Thank you for that, Doomsday. Don't chase green candles. Wait for pullbacks. Or wait for the market volatility to calm down the first 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes. Those stocks that drop at open, that's what I'll do this morning. I'll do the gap down at open. Somebody mentioned that yesterday. Let me see if I have it loaded. Gap down at open right there. So these are the stocks that will be opening lower this morning for the bounce up. So keep an eye on this one as well. And I'm going to leave it on volume spike so we can figure out which ones are dropping. They should all turn red. About a minute to go. Be careful. Plan your trades wisely. Don't just jump in because that green candle enticed you to do so. That's where you lose money. That open, that big red one can be right behind that big green one. Faster than you can move. I don't know why I'm not trusting the SPY. Something's telling me to keep an eye on the SPY. So I'm going to keep an eye on the SPY. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Here we go. These are gap downs down here. We'll give them a couple minutes to settle in. COCH. Let's see what's happening. It jumped to the top of the list. I guess it spiked up at open and dropped it immediately. Watching the dominator bars on this one. It's very volatile currently, so be careful. Don't just jump into this stock. Has high volume. Now slacking off. The SPY did go up, so my intention was kind of wrong. Didn't go up much though. Watching these top numbers for anything that has positive results. I want to see some high numbers up here. There's one right here. Let's see what's happening. GDRX. We'll wait on a pullback, see if we can get a play. There's another one right here climbing up. BETS. Nice gains on BETS. Looks like we may have hit a halt. Nope, it's still going. They did not halt it. That's kind of crazy. Did we get it then? They're not halting BETS. BETS really has some buying power here. They're not halting this stock for some reason. Currently up about 80 cents. Pulling back. Maybe this is the pullback. Let's see if we can get one. The 480 level would be the pullback. We always plan our entries around support. This is why I say don't just jump in on green candles. You see how far that's pulling back? The buyers are buying it up though. Long tail on the bottom of this candle. We could break out to the upside. And don't let my words entice you either. Very volatile here at market open. All right, let's see what's happening here. Is that where the pullback is way down here? I still consider this very risky play, so don't base your entry on my words. That was a very volatile candle. Tall green dominator bar. Looks like the sellers are right on it though. Still volatile. Finally calming down a little bit. I'm going to stick with it here for a couple of minutes to see where we end up. Definitely all over the place this morning. When they're this bouncy, I don't click the button. That's because I know tomorrow morning I can make more money instead of gambling this money that I've already made. Long wick on the bottom. Let's see if we get a pull up here. Looks like we did find a bottom right in this area. All right, too volatile for me. I'm going to move on. Let's check some gap downs at open. This one's way down. That one pulled back pretty far. That one is down. That one did not gap down. It went up. This one appears to be in a halt. NNOX. Not seeing it. I'll type it in. Could be a pullback play. We get a long tail on the bottom, could run up. Not seeing a lot of upward momentum in this stock. Low volume, not worth it to me. Going to move on. BYGR got down at open. All right, let's take a look at the watch list. Let's see what Mara's doing. Mara's going to run up here, it looks like. Let's check SOUN, pulling back. VANI lost a lot, big sell-off. ENVB could have a possible bounce off of $1.75. The volume is pretty good. Seeing a couple of red candles on the SPY. AI, do we come up off the bottom? Don't know that I would even be interested after a pullback like that or a big flush out. Kind of like they were waiting on that to happen. SIDU, BETS, Nice flush on Mara as well. SOUN looks the same as Mara. I think they flushed the market out this morning. That one as well, VANI, ENVB, COCH. They've all pulled back, every one of them. LASE, BETS, AI. That ought to tell you something right there. Good job, Jim. Glad you got out before it dropped. See you later, Jim. Have a blessed one, brother. That's why I don't want to jump in at market open. These things happen too often. It's kind of like a setup before the flush on anything you buy. ADIL, I'll take a look at it. ADIL looks good. We missed the pullback already. Possible another pullback in this area. See you later, Dusty. God bless you, brother. Might be a good day to sit on your hands. This stock is at the top of the list on the 50-minute. This is our big mover for this morning. Since market open, that is. Good job, Country Stacker. ADIL pulling up slowly, but still pulling up. Still at the top of our list up here. Still rising. Still going up. Probably going to play out here soon. Yeah, it looks like we're going to roll over right here, maybe. Hopefully it's just a few profit takers before the next run up. Watching the dominator bars, green coming in. Just a little bit of red on the top of that last bar. Very tough open this morning. A lot of flushes. ADIL still at the top of our watch list. Currently up 25%. ADIL holding this price range. Buyers will give up on this stock soon if it don't turn around. Expecting a drop any minute since it's not bouncing up. There it comes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Volume spikes are gone. I saw no entry in this stock after it reached this price level. Struggled to get back up. RVSN. The SPY is doing absolutely nothing. It's consolidating is all it's doing. It's holding a level. NVAX, where did that come from? The magic scan. And I got to start watching over here. I totally ignored it. Running up. Missed the pullback on it already. Think it's got more to it. Let's see if it'll keep pushing. My eagle flies, that's what I expect to happen. I'll get an email out, not an email, but a notice out to everyone after the live stream with the latest updates. Yes, sir. That's fine by me. CXAI is already in my list. You have to chase green candles to get any of it. See you later, my eagle flies, and thank you, and God bless you. I think we're on pullback day. That's what I think we are. But a bunch of fake outs at market open for the big drops. Starting to get a lot of red percentages in the volume spike section. That's like typical move for today, right? ENVB. It's a long run up just to gain 20 cents. That would be up here at this level. Probably not worth the risk. Might be an all-day hold for that 20 cents. If I don't buy it, it should go up. Actually, I have no intention of buying it. So now it'll really go up. I'm trying to use reverse psychology on it. See what I mean? It works every time. I told it I wasn't getting in. See what happens? Hennessy, that ain't coming down. I didn't buy it. You want me to buy it so it'll come down? So I guess reverse psychology works. I wished I could, Dan. That was all luck. Don't take it seriously. It does seem to happen quite often when I open my mouth, though. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it works that way. Or maybe I should say that and buy it secretly. Actually, I have a very nice indicator I'm going to release when we change over. It'll be a premium indicator. And that's how I made that call. I'm not saying another word. I tell you what I'll do. I'll tease you a little more. I'll show you the indicator right here. Early entry before the run up. Early entry before the run up. That's all you get. I don't know yet. I know it's worth its weight in gold. It'll be the best thing I've ever put out, I believe. At least that's what I'm being told by the testers. Hey guys, I hate to do this to you, but I have a plumbing leak outside. The plumber has arrived. I need to go meeting. I'm going to go ahead and call this a session. If you haven't joined my YouTube, please do. Subscribe to my YouTube, comment on my videos, help me keep the ratings up. If you're not in our Discord, if you get in now, you'll get a discounted price before we activate the subscription service. So if you're not in, here's the link to my Discord. Time's running out for you. It could happen as quick as this weekend. I've already talked to the programmers. I'm just waiting on their reply back for their schedule. I appreciate everybody that joined us this morning. And as always, have a very blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Goodbye.